Good evening, sir. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. You're audible, sir.
Okay, thank you, madam.
College of Arts and Science. We are honored to have with us today our esteemed Secretary, Mr. A.V.M.K. Shanmugam, whose vision and leadership have been instrumental in shaping our institution's growth and success. We also extend a warm welcome to our Principal, Dr. N. Bhuma, whose guidance and support have been invaluable in making this program a reality. Our special gratitude to our resource person, Dr. R.SATHYANARAYANAN, who has graciously agreed to share his expertise and knowledge with us. To all our participants, we welcome you to this online platform where we will engage in meaningful discussions, share best practices, and learn from each other's experiences. We look forward to your active participation, engagement, and contribution to this program. Once again, thank you for joining us, and let us make this online FDP a memorable and enriching experience for all of us. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy and immense pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker, Dr. Satyanarayanan. He did his MCOM in Guru Nanak College in the year 2009 in first class with distinction. He completed MPhil at Loyola College in the year 2011 in first class with distinction. He completed his PhD in Annamalai University and awarded in 2019. Sir has won many proficiency awards during his study of period. Sir is specialized in and handled the following subjects, that is financial accounting, management accounting, HRM, FM, ED, and statistical research. He has published many papers and articles in national level, international level, and he has also published in UGC Calist also. Scopus is one more credit goes to his. And he has published textbooks in HRM and fundamentals of accounting with ISBN number. He is particularly strong in research area. Sir has teaching experience for a period of 6 years and 9 months in St. Joseph College, Kovur, and Guru Nanak College, Velachery, and also at present now he is working in our college as assistant professor. He has also industry experience for 4 years and 6 months in various industries. With this, I conclude my introduction speech. Sir, now it's your session, sir. You can start the session.
Good evening to one and all present here. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good evening to one and all present here. I am very happy to convey you that first I have to thank the beloved secretary and our honorable principal, Dr. N. Bhuma Madam, head of the Department of Commerce, Professor Abdullah Sir, Dr. Abdullah Sir, and then finally I want to thank my head of the department, Professor Nimita Madam, for constant encouragement and support. So first I have to thank all the faculty members for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to present the SPSS statistical analysis in this faculty development program. So here stakeholders are the faculty members, research scholars. So will be highly, this particular program will be highly helpful for all the faculties as well as for the research scholars. If you take any course, maybe MCOM, maybe MBA or MPhil or PhD, without data analysis, you cannot submit your thesis. Data analysis is very, very important for submitting the thesis. It is what we are going to see now. Is slide visible? Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
Before going into the practical part of statistical package for social sciences, first I want to explain you about the basic concepts in statistics that you all know very well. but even though it will be highly helpful for the people who are pursuing MPhil, PhD, and other research. Fine. Now, population. What do you mean by population? So, any universe. Population refers to any universe. Say, for example, in an university, 10,000 students are studying in university, for example. The 10,000 students are considered as the population. In a forest, number of trees is considered as the population. Like that, this is what is called as population. Population does not only refers to the living things, it also applicable for the non-living things also. That is what is called as population. And then sample is nothing but it is the subset of population. It is a part of population. Variable. What do you mean by variable? Variable is nothing but it is the characteristics of an individual or object. Qualitative variable and quantitative variable. There are two types of variable mainly. Quantitative variable is measurable. Qualitative variable is not measurable. Say for example, there are two types of test in statistics. One is the parametric test, the other one is the non-parametric test. So parametric test is measurable. So those are quantitative variable. Non-parametric tests are qualitative aspects of research. So qualitative and quantitative. Say for example, age. Age is one variable. Or price. Comparison between the price and demand. If price increases, demand decreases. Like that. So there is an inverse relationship between the price and the demand. Price is one variable, demand is one variable. So if age increases, experience also increases. Okay. So age is one variable, experience is one variable. Variable is nothing but it is the characteristics of an individual. Parameter, any measure relating to the population is what is called as parameter. Statistic is a singular form. Statistics, statistics is the plural form. So here statistics is the subject, whereas statistic is relating to the sample. So parameter means any measure relating to the population is what is called as parameter. Any measure relating to statistic sample is what is called as statistic. So this is what is the differences between the parameter and the statistics. Now here, in SPSS, you will come across various types of scales, measurement scales. So totally there are only three types of measurement scales. First one is nominal, second one is ordinal, third one is scale. There are ratio scale, interval scale. People used to say ratio scale, interval scale. So, but in SPSS, there are only three options: nominal, ordinal, and scale. Nominal means, so non-parametric test you can use. Nominal means, so which is something unordered is called nominal. Categorical variable, you can use the categorical variable for nominal. Nominal means something which is called unordered. Say for example, 1 for male, 2 for female, or you can give even 10 for female and 20 for male, or you can even give 7 for male or 8 for female. 1 for, say for example, educational qualification, 1 for undergraduation, 2 for post-graduation, 3 for MPhil, and you can even give 20 for PhD. So that is what is called as nominal. See, any number you can relate to any variable. That is what is called as nominal, which is unordered in nature. Whereas ordinal, as the name itself suggests that it is order, it is based on the order, is what is called as ordinal. Any ranking data, say for example, any 5-point Likert scale. So strongly agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. Any 5-point Likert scale also is based on ordinal. Any ranking data which is in an ordered form will be considered as the ordinal. Okay. Now scale. Scale means, say for example, see, when you take height 5.5 inch, 5.7 inch, okay, when you take weight 25 kilogram, 80 kilogram, 120 kilogram, see, individually, if you take the height and weight individually, you can bring it under the context of scale measurement. Okay. Say for example, when you convert this into the class interval, so weight ranges between 0 and 20. Weight ranges between 21 and 40. Weight ranges between 41 and 60. When you convert this particular individual variable into the class interval characteristic, then that will come under the nominal. Say for example, experience up to 3 years. Okay, so if it is individually, if a person has individually 1 year or 2 year or 3 years specifically and individually, if that person has possess experience like that, means you can bring that under the context of scale measurement. But 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, like that. So if it is being converted into the class interval, means you can bring that under the context of nominal only. So when we do the practical problem, you will come to understand easily. Now, here pictorial representation of a data set, graphical representation, that I will be explaining you later. So there are 5 steps, there are 5 ingredients to statistical tests. Okay, fine. What do you understand by the term null hypothesis? I want answer from the participants. You please put it in the chat box. What do you understand by the term null hypothesis? Yes? Null hypothesis. Null hypothesis means something, no difference between variables tested, no significant relationship. Okay, fine. So here I am telling, for example, mean marks of boys is higher than the mean marks of girls. If I am telling like that, mean marks of boys are higher than the mean marks of girls, definitely the girls will be opposing me. See, if I tell like this, mean marks of girls are higher than the mean marks of boys, definitely the boys will be opposing me. Before writing the examination, if I tell like that, but mean marks of boys and girls are equal, or mean marks of boys are as equal as the mean marks of girls. If I tell like that, means this is neutral. Null means neutral. What do you mean by the term null? Null means neutral. So neutral attitude. So null hypothesis means it is nothing but it is the non-committal attitude towards the population. It is nothing but it is the non-committal attitude towards the population. Hope I made you clear. Alternate hypothesis. See, apart from there are 2 types of hypothesis. One is the null hypothesis, the other one is the alternate hypothesis. Generally, researcher tests only the null hypothesis. Researcher cannot keep hand at the alternate hypothesis. See, if you accept the null hypothesis, fine. If you reject the null hypothesis, then automatically, as the name itself suggests, that alternate hypothesis to be accepted. That's all. So now the question here is whether you accept the null hypothesis or reject the null hypothesis. That's all. So you have to focus only on the null hypothesis, not on the alternate hypothesis. Level of significance. What do you understand by the term level of significance? Level of significance. There are 2 sets of level of significance. 5% level of significance and 1% level of significance. Generally, people use 5% level of significance and 1% level of significance. What do you understand by the term level of significance from your perspective? You can say. Level of significance. It is a risk. Level of significance means it is a risk for rejecting the true null hypothesis. Level of significance means, see, if the null hypothesis is true, means you have to accept it. If the null hypothesis is false, means you have to reject it. So here, when you take a risk of rejecting the true null hypothesis, how much percentage risk that you will be taking? You may be taking 5% or 1%. Okay, level of significance means out of 100%, 5%, there are chances of committing the error to the extent of 5%, or there are chances of committing the error to the extent of 1%. So if 5% level of significance means 95% level of confidence. If 1% level of significance means 99% level of confidence. That is what. Hope I made you clear. So you see, probability of rejecting the null hypothesis in a statistical test when it is true, that is what is called as level of significance. It is a risk at which you reject the true null hypothesis, what is called as level of significance. Now test statistics means, if in the case of parametric test you will be calculating the test statistics, t test, ANOVA test, that is what is called as test statistic. If in the case of non-parametric test, calculation of the chi-square test, calculation of the Mann-U-Whitney test, calculation of the Kruskal-Wallis test. So here arriving at the p-value, so you will be applying certain formula and then arriving at the calculated value is what is called as test statistic. But in SPSS it is totally different. Okay, so that we will be discussing now. What do you mean by degrees of freedom? Say for example, so as a faculty member, you are going to set the question paper for 200 marks. Your question paper consists of 5 sections: section A, section B, section C, section D, and section E. Okay, say for example, for section A, I am setting question paper for 56 marks. For section B, I am setting question paper for 25 marks. For section C, I am setting question paper for 70 marks. For section D, I am setting question paper for 10 marks. Okay. So totally, now it total comes to how much? Put it in the chat box. Total comes to how much? Put it in the chat box. 56 plus 25 plus 70 plus 10. Total comes to how much? Total comes to 161. Am I right? 161. So what is the remaining number? 200 minus 161. 39. Why I have highlighted the 4 components in green color and why I have highlighted only the 5th component in red color? Here degrees of freedom, as the name, degrees of freedom. Freedom means independence. So first 4 section you will be filling independently. The last 5th section, section E, you cannot fill it independently. There is a restriction. So degrees of freedom is nothing but, so number of independent, that is number of independent constraints, that is n. How much is n? N is equal to 5. Totally there are 5 sections. 5 minus 1, which is equal to 4. Number of independent constraint is what is called as degrees of freedom. Hope I made you clear. Now when you do the normal calculation, manual calculation, in statistics you will come across the calculated value and table value. So table value will be calculated based on the level of significance, whether it is 5% level or 1% level, both are common. So level of significance and degrees of freedom, based on these 2 components, level of significance and degrees of freedom, table value will be arrived. So with the help of table value, so you will be test statistic. Why you are fixing the test statistic? For the purpose of arriving at the calculated value. You will be comparing the calculated value with the table value. So if the calculated value is lesser than the table value, means you will be accepting the null hypothesis. If the calculated value is greater than the table value means we will be rejecting the null hypothesis. Okay, so that is what this is what if the calculated value is lesser than the table value, then accept the null hypothesis. If the calculated value is greater than the table value, then reject the null hypothesis. Okay, but this is applicable only in the case of manual method. But when you come to SPSS method, forget about the calculated value and table value and all. So it is based on the p value only, concept of p value. Now I am going to explain p value, how the p value is being arrived. So here so if the p value ranges between 0.000 to 0.010, you have to reject the null hypothesis at 1% level of significance, because 1 by 100, what is 1 by 100? 0.01. 1 by 100 is 0.01. So you have to reject the null hypothesis at 1% level of significance, which is highly significant. So if the p values ranges from 0.11 to 0.011 to 0.050, then you have to reject the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. So it is significant. So if the p values goes beyond 0.050 means, then you have to simply accept the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. It is not significant. Okay. So if you accept the null hypothesis means it is not significant. So here 0.000, don't show in your thesis, don't show it as 0.000. So you have to show it as greater than, that is lesser than 0.001. You have to show it as lesser than 0.001, because fifth number may be some digit, or eighth number may be some digit, or 12th number may be some digit. But here don't show it as 0.000 in your thesis. That is totally not accepted. You can show it as lesser than 0.001. So then only it will be correct, because fifth digit may be some other number, or eighth digit may be some other number, or 12th digit may be some other number. So here this particular thing is very, very important. Okay. Now we are going to move on to the SPSS. I have prepared the questionnaire, and then based on that I have collected the data also. So this is the questionnaire for quality of work life of the employees of IT companies in Chennai. So this is the questionnaire. This question consists of demographical variable, personal variables, as well as 5-point Likert scale. Okay, it consists of few questions also I have incorporated. We will deal with all the questions now. Is the screen visible now? Is the screen visible now?
No, sir.
Now is it visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the questionnaire. This question consists of personal variables and then factors such as job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration in workforce, work and personal life, and then questions regarding the quality of work life data. So there are 4 questions under the descriptive analysis. There are 9 questions under the inferential analysis. Now, based on this questionnaire, I have collected the data. Is this data visible to you all? Is this data visible? Excel sheet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here, this data I have incorporated in the Excel sheet. You see first serial number, gender, age, marital status, area of residence, educational qualification, designation, experience. So here, first, what is the first factor? So what is the first factor in the questionnaire? Job involvement. Job involvement. Okay. So job involvement consists of 4 statements. So that is what? J11, JI1, JI2, JI3, JI4 and JI5. 5 statement. 5 statement. And then job satisfaction involves five statements. So JS1, JS2, JS3, JS4, JS5. Social integration in workforce, that involves 5 statement, and work and personal life, everything involves 5 statement. 5, 5, 5, 5. So 20 questions I have incorporated. One question is missing in the questionnaire that already I have incorporated, but I didn't save that, it seems. Anyhow, no problem. But in Excel sheet, everything is paka. No issue. Now, so this is the Excel sheet. Your Excel sheet should be perfect and clear. So then only you will be able to feed it into the SPSS. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. So, and then when you prepare the questionnaire also, here, if you take the factor analysis, say for example, job involvement, it includes 5 statement only. 5, 5, 5, 5. Evenly, uniformly you prepare the questionnaire. For some researcher used to prepare for job involvement only 2 statement. For job satisfaction only 3 statement. For social integration only 5 statement. And then for work and personal life 20 statement. If that is the case, means it will be very difficult for you to make the analysis. So if you prepare the questionnaire properly, you have to name the factors correctly. So then it should be in a uniform manner. Then it will be highly comfortable for you to make the data analysis. That is very, very important. Okay. Now, so this is the Excel sheet. So if I want to convert this into the SPSS, if I want to convert this Excel sheet into the SPSS, what I have to do here is I have to close this Excel file. I have to first close this Excel file. See, simultaneously Excel file is open. So if I convert it into the SPSS, means that is highly impossible. First I have to close this Excel file. So now I am closing this Excel file, and then now I am opening the SPSS file. SPSS file. Okay, now the file has opened. I want to Is this SPSS file visible to you all? Is this SPSS file visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. In the SPSS file, you see at the bottom what is written. IBM SPSS statistics processor is ready. If you get this statement in the bottom of the SPSS file, then only you can carry forward with the analysis. If the IBM SPSS statistics processor is unavailable, if you come across that statement, means you just shut down the system. Okay, IBM SPSS statistics processor is ready, means then you can carry forward with the further analysis. Okay, now all of you take the sheet of paper and then you just make a note whatever I am telling, so it will be highly helpful for you, right? Now go to file, open, go to file, open, data, file. Here file name, files of type. Two options are there. Select files of type. What is the file that you are going to upload? Excel file you are going to upload. From this drop down menu, you have to select the Excel file. Okay, and then here document, here SPSS FDP by Dr. Satya. In that file only my Excel there. SPSS data analysis. I am selecting this. Okay, just give it okay. Is this file visible? Now is this file visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So here, once you see the file, so here there are two view. One is the data view, one is the variable view. Data view, whatever the data, say for example, so if you convert the Excel file into the SPSS file, whatever the data have been feeded into the Excel file, that have been reflected in the SPSS file under the data view. So variable view, you can make only the changes in the variable view. Now here in data view you see decimals 1.0, 2.0, like that. You just remove the decimal, you just convert the decimal into 0. Okay, you remove the decimal, don't keep any decimal here, you just remove the decimal. So copy paste like that, that's all. Copy paste, don't keep any decimal, you just remove all the decimal, because then only it will be convenient for the analysis purpose. I think now it is okay, right? Fine. Now first one should be the serial number. You come to the data view, you see the data view, first one should be the serial number. Okay, second one starts with the personal variables, and then you finally you have to see, is there any unnecessary columns and unnecessary rows are there. So you have to see if there is any unnecessary columns and unnecessary rows are there, unnecessary dots are there. If it is there, means you have to remove all those things, then only it will be convenient enough for you to make the analysis. Otherwise it is very difficult. Coming to the variable view, first one is name, second one type. So type means, so you have, it should be in numeric only, type means it should be always in numeric only. Okay, all the all the statements should be in the numeric form only, it should not be in string also. Okay, here this is the width you can that is you can reduce to 8, width you can reduce to 8. Okay, it is in 12 or 13, you just reduce to 8, nothing wrong in it. Copy paste, okay, fine. Now here label, what is the label means, For serial number, give SNO, serial number. Okay. For gender, you can give gender. And then for age in experience, in years, age in years, age in years. Marital status, area of residence, and then educational qualification, designation, and then experience in years. Experience in years. Okay, fine. Here, these are all the statement only. J1, J2 till you copy and then you paste. Don't waste time in typing all these statements. Don't waste time in typing all these statements. You just copy and paste it. That's all. Work is over. And then values. Here only it is very, very important. For serial number, you need not give any value. For gender, so you can give 1 for male and 2 for female. 1 for male, 2 female. Great. And then age. Age. One for up to 30. 1 for up to 30. Two for 30 to 40. 3 for 40 to 50. 4 for above 50. 4 for above 50. So when you take age individually, that is different. When you take age like this, I will explain about that. Marital status, 1 for married, 2 for unmarried. That's all. Area of residence, urban, semi-urban, rural. Rural, semi-urban, urban. 1 for rural. Give 1 for rural. 2 for semi-urban. 3 for urban. Educational qualification, UG, PG and professional. UG, PG and professional. 1 for UG, 2 for PG and 3 for professional. Designation, there are 2 designation, programmer analyst and senior manager. 1 for programmer analyst and 2 for senior manager. That's all. And then finally, last but not least, experience. 1 for up to 3. Don't put your years and all. For experience and age, at all time, don't repeatedly put years and all. That will increases your plagiarism only. Okay. Up to 3, 3 to 10. 3, 10 to 15. 4, above 15. Okay, fine, well and good. Now here this is for statement. Here 5-point Likert scale. Strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. Give 5 for strongly agree. Value 5 for strongly agree. Four for agree. Give 3 for neutral. Two for disagree. And 1 for strongly disagree. Got it? Fine. You just copy and paste. Don't waste time in typing all the statement. Copy and paste. That's all. Your job is over. Your job have become simple rather. Missing, leave it. Columns here. See, if you say for example, I am putting 100. Here I am putting 100 just for example. So I am showing you. See how the column have been broadened. You see. So here column you can reduce to 8 only. Okay, you can reduce to 8 only. Copy paste. Just copy and paste it. That's all. That's all. Your job is over. So align means it will be always in the right only. Okay, align means it will be always in the right only. So serial number you just for the namesake serial number you just put it as nominal only. Here gender is the categorical variable. So here gender cannot be measured. So nominal means, see, there are, as I told earlier, there are 3 levels of measurement. Well, first level is the scale, second level is the ordinal, third level is the nominal. Okay, so gender is the what level of measurement? So here gender, age. So when you take age, so here if you take individually 56 years, 75 years, 81 years, so that can be brought under the scale. So if you convert that age into the class interval means that can be brought under, that cannot be brought under the context of scale. That can be only brought under the context of nominal. Hope I made you clear. So here gender means which is something unordered, which cannot be measured. So that is what is called as, it is a categorical variable. So here nominal measure you have to adopt for gender. For age, which measure you will be adopting? Put it in the chat box soon. I am waiting for your answer. For age, which measure you will be adopting? Nominal, scale or ordinal? Come on. Yes. For age, nominal, scale or ordinal? For age, ordinal. Yes, Rosie madam, for age ordinal cannot be adopted, madam, because for reason here is ordinal means something order, something order. So for any ranking data, for any Likert scale data, you can adopt the ordinal measure. For age, you can individually adopt the scale method, scale measurement. But here it has been converted into the class interval up to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, above 50. It has been converted into the class interval. So in such a case, you have to adopt only the nominal. Hope I made you clear. Nominal. And then marital status, nominal. Area of residence, because area, rural, urban, semi-urban, it cannot be measured. It is immeasurable. It is a qualitative aspect. It is a categorical or variable, categorical variable. So that is nominal. For all the categorical variable, you have to adopt the nominal measure only. Educational qualification also cannot be measured. UG, PG, professional course, PhD, B.Ed. So nominal only. Okay. For designation, that also cannot be measured. Nominal only. Experience, for experience, what you will be? You will be giving scale or ordinal or nominal for experience. Experience nominal. Very good. Very good, madam. Sumita madam. So nominal you will be giving for experience. And then for other statements, what you will be giving? So because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 5 means strongly agree, 4 means agree, 3 means neutral, 2 means disagree, 1 means strongly disagree. So how we are measuring? How we are ordering? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you cannot give 20 for strongly disagree, or you cannot give 50 for strongly agree, or you cannot give 3 for neutral. So like it is something unordered. It is meaningless. So ordinal means, as the name itself suggests, that it is on orderly basis. So you have to select only the ordinal for all the Likert scaling data as well as the ranking data. Okay. Hope I made you clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You can copy and paste it. You need not waste time. That's all. You can copy and paste. It's more than sufficient. Very good. Fine. So this you need not worry about this last column. Okay. Role input. Let it be input. You need not worry about the last column. Now you see. So here, see here, one value labels. You see value labels at the top. 1A. 1 means it is in numerical form. A means it is in alphabetic character. 1 means it is in numerical character. A means it is in alphabetic character. So you can easily convert as and when it is required. Okay. So this is what is called as coding. Okay. Now, what is the first question? Can you able to view the questionnaire? Can you able to view the screen? There are two types of analysis. One is the descriptive analysis. The other one is the inferential analysis. Okay. Descriptive analysis means, so here you need not use any statistical test for the purpose of analysis. That is what is called as descriptive analysis. For inferential analysis, you have to use the statistical test for the purpose of analysis, is what is called as inferential analysis. Okay. This is what is the differences between the descriptive analysis and the inferential analysis. Now, first we will be concentrating on the descriptive analysis. What is the first question? Form the frequency and percentage of gender, age, education, experience, marital status, area, and designation of employees. This is the first question. Got it? Now, all of you note it in a sheet of paper. All of you have paper and pen with you. First step. So go to the analyze. So here you are going to find the, you are going to form the frequency and percentage of all the personal variables. You are going to find the frequency and percentage for all the personal variables. Go to the analyze, descriptive statistics. Okay. Frequencies, analyze, make a note. Go to the analyze, arrow mark descriptive statistics, arrow mark frequency. Okay. So what are all the variables that you require? You have to put it in this right hand side. Okay. Age, gender, marital status, all variables I have put it in the right hand side. Okay. Now what you have to do? Click the statistics. Click the chart. Click the frequencies chart. Click the frequencies chart. It consists of bar chart, pie chart, histogram. So here Histogram, you can give it for scale data. Histogram, don't give it for nominal data. Histogram, you have to give it only for scale type of data. Okay. So you can give bar chart or pie chart for nominal data. So better you can give, when you select bar chart, don't select the percentage. Let it be in frequency. If you want to select the pie chart means, you can select the percentage also. So when you select the bar chart, don't select the percentage. Let it be in the frequency form itself. Okay. Continue and just give it okay. This is the output. Hope you can view the output. Hope you can view the output. Hope you can view the output. Very good. So here in output you see missing values for gender 0, age 0, marital 0, area 0. In all the category, missing values are found to be 0. It means what? Totally I have selected 150 sample. While I am feeding data into the Excel, I haven't missed even a single variable. Okay. It indicates if missing value is 0 means whatever, how many data you have collected, you have feeded all the data properly into the Excel, and then you have converted the Excel properly into the SPSS. So that is what missing shows 0. So it should be like that only. Okay. But in your thesis, here the frequency table is there. So frequency, percent, valid percent, cumulative percents. In your thesis, you need not show valid percent and cumulative percent. You show only frequency and percent. Okay. In your thesis, you have to show only the frequency and percent. You need not show valid percent and cumulative percent. Okay. Reason here is, see, what is the differences between the valid percent and percent? What is the difference between the valid percent and percent? So if the data is not missing, the missing is 0 means, if the data is not missing means, you need not show the valid percent. Okay. If data is missing, say for example, in gender 1 is there, or in area of residence 1 is there, in designation 1 is there, it means that some variable is missing. Okay. So you are feeding into the Excel, some variable is missing. So you might have done the mistake. Okay. So in such a case, instead of showing percentage in your thesis, you can show valid percent column in your thesis. Hope I made you clear. But as of now, our data is perfect. Okay. So missing values are 0. You have to show only frequency and percent. You need not show valid percent and cumulative percent in your thesis. That is not at all required. Okay. No questions will be arises in the Viva examination also regarding this. Okay. And then my one more suggestion is, see, for frequency and all, you can put the frequency table. So you can, as far as possible, avoid bar diagrams, pie diagrams, and so on. It just fills the page only. Okay. So you can allocate certain pages for some other analysis also. Okay. Now is it clear for you all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now shall we move on to the next question? Okay. Find mean and standard deviation for all statements regarding quality of work life. Find mean and standard deviation for all statements regarding quality of work life. Now, go to the analyze. Note it in the sheet of paper. Go to the analyze. Descriptive statistics. Select descriptives. Go to the analyze, descriptive statistics, and select descriptives. If you select descriptives, so here, what is the question here? Find the mean and SD for all the statements regarding quality of work life. All the statement regarding quality of work life. Now, okay, click option, see here, mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum, 4 things are very, very important. Okay, so in addition, apart from these 4 things, if you want to select range, you can select. If you want to select kurtosis, you can select, or if you want skewness also, you can enable it. Okay, but these 4 options are very, very important: mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum. These 4 options are by default, it is very, very important for your thesis. Give continue and press OK. You see, this is for job involvement. Job involvement, you see, minimum 1, maximum not exceeding 5. Here, totally there are 5 questions. Minimum 1 question, maximum not more than 5 questions, like that. So here, mean, you see, mean, standard deviation, mean 3.81, 3.67, 3.66, 3.47. Okay, for which factor the mean is very high? That is for statement 1. For which statement the mean is very high? For statement 1, the mean is very high, 3.81. For statement 1, what is the statement 1 under job involvement? I am involved in job. I am involved in my job. So for that, how much is the mean? 3.81, which is the highest. 3.81, which is the highest. It indicates that majority of the respondents have expressed strongly agree for I am involved in job. You can come to the conclusion. You can write the inference like majority of the respondents have, majority of the employees have given strongly agree for I am involved in job. Okay, hope I made you clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the next, analyze descriptive statistics, descriptives, and then you give reset, and then you select the next set of variable, job satisfaction. Okay, options, by default these 4 items will be ticked by default. Okay, so if you want any item to be ticked further, you can give, otherwise these 4 by items are more than sufficient in your thesis. Okay, so here you can give the inference. What is the regarding the job satisfaction, what is the factor? I am satisfied with the physical working environment. Majority of the respondents have given strongly agree to the factor I am satisfied with the physical working environment. You see the mean value 3.57 is the highest among the other 4 factors. Okay. The next, analyze descriptive statistics. Similarly, you have to do it for the remaining 2 also. Continue and just give it OK. Similarly, you have to do it for work and personal life. Option, you have to just ensure whether all the 4 options have been ticked or not. After then you just give it OK. That's all. Okay, see here, now the question arises, sir, instead of taking all the that is 4 statement, why don't we give the select all the statement at one go, sir? You can ask the question. Reason here is, if you select all the statement at one go means finally you cannot find the proper solution. Okay, so who have expressed strongly agree for which statement, so it will become the hectic task to find. So you cannot categorize each and every factor, so that will become very stringent for you to find. So instead you can go one by one. That is always acceptable. Okay, now this is the second question. Now third question, find the mean and standard deviation with regard to factors of quality of work life. Total factors of quality of work life you have to calculate now. Now, before going to that, total factors of each quality of work life you have to compute now. Go to the transform. Go to the transform. All of you make a note. Go to the transform. Compute variable. Compute variable. So in under the target variable option, for job involvement is the first factor. JI underscore total. JI underscore total. So click this job involvement 1 plus job involvement 2 plus job involvement 3 plus job involvement 4 plus job involvement 5. Okay, give it okay. So if you see the table means, new column have been created. Can you view the new column JA underscore total?
Yes,
New
sir. Yes,
column,
sir.
new column have been created. And then similarly, you compute for the remaining 3 factors also. Transform, compute variable. Now give reset, press reset, and JS underscore total. JS underscore total plus JS1 plus JS2 plus JS3 plus JS4 plus JS5. So now give it okay. And then similarly you have to give it for give reset and then SIW underscore total. Social integration in workforce. SAW means social integration in workforce. Next 3, 4, 5. Just give it okay. And then now again you are going to compute for last variable. Give reset and then WPL hyphen total. WPL hyphen total plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Very good. Okay. Give okay. Now you have to compute for overall variable also. Now we are going to compute for compute variable. All for overall variable you have to in target variable you have to give all underscore total. So JI total, give reset, all underscore total. Here JI total plus JS total plus SIW total plus finally WPL total. Just give it okay. So now you see these are all the columns will be created newly. Now are you all able to view those newly created columns?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So now coming to the here we have to make some changes. Okay. So here J total numeric only with decimal. You remove the decimal sundal. Decimal sundal is not at all required. Copy, paste. Decimal sundal not at all required. Now here, what is that you are going to name? So you can copy and paste from the questionnaire itself. So you need not sit and type. You copy and paste it from the if the questionnaire you have prepared in a pakka manner means you can copy and paste. Yeah. Job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration in workforce, work and personal life, work and personal life. So now here this regarding the values in, you need not give any value for this. You need not give any values for this. Columns and all you can make it uniform only. So let it be in 8 itself. It be in 8 itself. Okay. Now coming to the measure. See here job involvement. So here this one cannot be ordinal. This one cannot be ordinal. This job involvement can be what? Because it is measurable. Job involvements ranges from this much level to that much level. It is being converted into the class interval, right? So the measurement will be scale. For job involvement, the measurement will be scale. For job satisfaction, the measurement will be scale. For social integration, the measurement will be scale. For work and personal life, the measurement will be scale. Why scale here is, see, for individual statement, that will be ordinal. That is based on the 5-point Likert scale. But here you are calculating on an overall basis, right? Total basis as well as the overall basis, right? So in such a case, overall QWL, okay? In such a case, it will be only measured under the scale, okay? Now, we are going to find the answer for the third question. Analyze descriptive statistics. All of you make a note. Analyze descriptive statistics, descriptives, and give reset, and then first job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration in workforce, work and personal life, overall quality of work life. 4 plus overall you have to select. 4 plus overall you have to select, and then click option. Ensure that all the 4 components have been enabled. Okay, just give it okay. Just give it okay. That's all. Yeah. You see here, if the minimum is 5, maximum should not be more than 25. If that is the case, then your data is correct. Minimum should not be lesser than 5. Maximum should not be greater than 25. Okay, minimum should not be lesser than 5. Maximum should not be greater than 25. So here the minimum is 5, maximum is 25. So then your data is correct. Okay, now you can what inference you can draw? Put it in the chat box. What inference you can draw by seeing this table? What inference you can draw? What inference you can draw by seeing this table? Majority of the respondents or majority of the employees average. So this is the calculated result. Yeah, this is what is the calculated result. Here, job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration in workforce, work and personal life, overall quality of work life, you leave it. Okay. Among these four factors, 18.07 is applicable for job involvement. 18.07 is applicable for, yeah. So here, that is minimum. The minimum is not the value. Okay. Minimum is 5 character. Maximum not exceeding 25 character. Here, minimum, maximum. Here, minimum means what here is, now you see the Likert scale, Likert rating scale. Strongly agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. Strong, if you give strongly disagree for all the statement, okay, that is the minimum will be 5. Okay, so if you give strongly agree for all the statement, the maximum will not exceed 25. That is what is the concept. Okay, So here, what is the value that you have to make the comparison here is, you say mean. The mean only you have to take 18.07, 16.83, 17.79, 16.92. Okay, so among these 4 sets of factors, the mean is higher for job involvement. The mean is higher for job involvement. So you can come to the conclusion that majority of the employees have expressed strongly agree for job involvement. Okay, hope I made you clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now, what is the, shall we move on to the next question? What is the next question? Form the frequency and percentage of levels of quality of work life. Levels means nominal. First, now the quality of work life is under the scale category. We have to convert this into the nominal first. We have to convert this into the nominal first. How do you convert this into the nominal? Go to the analyze and then descriptive statistics. Go to the analyze. Go to the analyze, descriptive statistics, frequencies. Go to the analyze, descriptive statistics, frequencies. So in frequencies, you select statistics. Statistics. Okay. What is quartile? 25%, 50%, 75%. There are 3 quartiles. First quartile is 25%, second quartile is 50%, third quartile is 75%. You click the quartile. You click the quartile. Okay. And then now continue. Continue. Take this overall quality of work life and then give it okay. Now you see percentile, 25 percentile, 59, 50 percentile, 69, 75 percentile, 80. So here 59. So if it is less than 59 means low. Between 59 and 80 means moderate. If it is more than 80 means high. If it is more than 80 means high. Between 69 and 80 means moderate. That is between 59 and 80 means moderate. And then lesser than 59 means low. Like that you can mention. Okay. 59, 69, 80. So have you understood this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Fine. Now go to the transform. How do you convert this level? How do you convert this scale factor into the nominal factor? Now I am going to convert this scale factor into the nominal factor. Go to the transform. Recode. There are 2 options. Recode into same variables, recode into different variables. Okay. So if recode into same variables means if you put everything in one particular column means recode into same variables. But now I am going to recode into different variables. Now I am going to recode into different variables. Okay. Now overall quality of work life. Overall quality of work life. Here in name you have to give all underscore G. G stands for group. All underscore G stands for group. And then you have to press the change. Only if you press the change only, this will come inside. So if you are not pressing the change means this will not come inside. Okay. So numeric variable is all underscore total tends to output variable. Only if you press change only, that will convert as the output variable. All underscore G. Okay. Now go to the old and new values. Go to the old and new values. Here value, system missing, system range, many things are there. range lowest through value, range value through highest, all other values. See, I know which is the lowest value, which is the moderate value, which is the highest value. By having knowledge about that, I am selecting range lowest through. What is the lowest value? 59 is the lowest value. 59 is the lowest value. So coming to the right hand side, new value for 59, for low 1, moderate 2, high 3. Like that you can give it. Okay. So I am giving 1 for low, and then I am pressing add, and then coming to the range value through highest. What is the highest value? What is the highest value? 80 is the highest value. For 80 I am giving 3. 1 for low, 2 for moderate, 3 for high, and then I am giving add. Okay, and then the next, all other values, for all other values I am giving 2. I am giving 2, and then else. So else tends to 2. Else tends to 2. Continue and just give it okay. Just give it okay. You see, one column is created, yes or no? Can you see what all underscore G, whatever that we have created, that particular column has been created, yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the decimal, you can convert into 0. You can convert into 0. Here you have to name it as levels. Levels of quality of work life, or levels of QWL. For short, I am mentioning levels of. In thesis, you have to mention. See, in thesis, no abbreviation should be carried out. Okay, so you have to name it only on the basis of acronym. Okay, no abbreviation should be there in your thesis. You have to be very careful about that. Values, you need not. Values I am giving 1 for low, 2 for moderate, and 3 for high. 1 for low, 2 for moderate, and 3 for high I am giving. Okay, missing you leave it. Columns, okay, you make it as 8 only. Make it as 8. Alignment, right? So this one is, we have converted the scale data into the nominal. So the nature of measure will be the nominal only, because we have converted the scale data into the nominal. Hope I made you clear. Now what is the question here? Form the frequency and percentage of levels of quality of work life. We are going to form the frequency and levels of. So analyze, make a note, descriptive statistics, and then frequencies, give reset, and then you select. Give reset, and then you select. Levels of quality of work life. Finally, we have created that levels of quality of work life you have to select. And then here, charts. So say for example, if I give pie chart means I need not select the frequencies. Let me select the percentage. Okay, continue and just give it okay. Okay, here. So out of 150 employees, 26 percentage, that is 39 employees are under the low quality of work life, experiencing the low quality of work life. Out of 150 employees, 73, that is 48.7 percentage of employees are experiencing moderate quality of work life. Out of 150, 38 employees, that is 25.3 percentage of employees are experiencing high quality of work life. Like this, you can give the inference. Hope I made this clear.
Yes,
You
sir.
see the pie chart. So in pie chart and all, you need not give it in the thesis. That is applicable only for the PG level. Okay, it's not applicable for the MPhil and PhD level and MBA level. MBA level it is somewhat applicable, but PhD level it is prohibited only. Fine. So now with this, descriptive analysis comes to an end. Shall we move on to the inferential analysis now? Shall we move on to the inferential analysis?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Inferential analysis, first question. Test whether opinion regarding I am involved in job or above average level. Question arises. Opinion regarding I am involved in job or above average level. So for this, here you see, you are going to adopt t-test. You are going to adopt one sample t-test. One sample t-test you are going to adopt. Now, go to the analyze, go to the compare mean, go to the compare mean, just make a note, go to the analyze, go to the compare mean, and then select one sample t-test, okay? In that, see here, test value. What is the question here? You have to first understand the question now. Test whether opinion regarding I am involved in job or above average level. Say for example, so 5 plus 4 plus 5-point Likert scale. Okay, 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 5, how much? First you have to find the average. 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 5, how much? Very good. 3. 3 is the average. 3 is the average. So here in test value you have to mention as 3. 3 is the average. Okay. Now what is the question? Question regarding the you see, I am involved in the job. I am involved in the job. I am involved in the job means that is the first question. That is the first question. So here J1 you have to select. Okay, so I am not selecting only first question. Assume that I am selecting all the question. Okay, assume that I am selecting all the question. Okay, now go to the option. Confidence level 95% means 5% level of significance. Okay, don't go to the bootstrap and all. Just give it okay. That's all. Just give it okay. Okay, now in your thesis, see J1 column, N sample column, standard error mean column and all not sufficient, not required only, not required. Only you take only third column and fourth column in your thesis. Mean column and standard deviation column is very, very important for your thesis. And then you take in one sample test, you take T column as well as significant two-tailed. This column you have to take. Okay, this is what is the p value. 0.000, 0.000. Don't type it in the thesis as 0.000. That is totally not acceptable. Okay, so here greater than 0.000, like that you have to type it in the thesis, because fifth number maybe any number. Okay, sir, I repeat again that I can't see that output of analysis. No problem, I will repeat it now. So go to the analyze, and then go to the analyze, go to the compare means, and then select one sample t-test. Select one sample t-test. In that one sample t-test, again I am giving reset, and then your question here is I am involved in job. I am involved in job is nothing but J1, but I am selecting all the questions. Okay, from my perspective I am selecting all the questions, for example. So here in test value you have to give it as average of 5-point Likert scale. 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 5, 3. That average you have to give it in the test value. Now just give it okay. Hope you understood.
The output is not showing in the screen, sir.
Okay, not showing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just a moment. Now is it okay? Now is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here, that is n. You will not take this J1 column and all, n column and all. So you have to take only the mean column and the standard deviation column, and then you have to take only the t-test column and then significant two-tailed test. This is what is called as a p-value. This is what is called as p-value. Okay, 0.000. But don't type it as 0.000. Instead, you type it as greater than 0.00, lesser than 0.001, lesser than 0.00, lesser than 0.001. Like that you have to type it. Lesser than 0.001. Okay. So it means that fifth number may be 8, sixth number may be someone, 12th number may be something. So it depends. We don't know exactly. But lesser than 0.001 is always preferable. That is what is important. So then what is the next question here? Questioner, can you view?
No, sir.
Yeah. Now, questioner, okay. Test whether significant difference between gender with regard to factors of quality of work life. Test whether significant difference between gender with regard to factors of quality of work life. So here, gender, there are two variables. One is the male variable, the other one is the female variable. Factors of quality of work life, all the factors you have to take. Okay. So here, if it is more than two variables, means you have to adopt the ANOVA test. Okay, here there are only two variables, gender, right? So independent sample t-test, independent sample t-test you have to adopt. Okay. Now can you view the SPSS screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now analyze, compare mean, independent sample t-test. Analyze, compare mean, independent sample t-test. Independent sample t-test. Give reset. Now here grouping variable, comparison between the gender and the factors of quality of work life. So here grouping variable will be your gender. Grouping variable will be your gender. And then you have to define the group. Group 1 male. Group 1 1. Group 2 2. 1 for male, 2 for female. So you have to define the group. Okay. Now here coming to the yes. Factors of quality of work life. Job involvement. There are 4 factors. Job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration in workforce, and then work and personal life. Option, ensure that a 95% level of significance. That is sufficient. Just give it okay. Just give it okay. That's all. Got it? Can you view the table?
Output is not seen, sir.
Output. Just a moment. Can you view now?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So here, don't consider the Levin's test for equality of variance, that you need not consider. You consider only the t-test for equality of means for your thesis. Okay. So here, you consider only t and then significant two-tail. Okay. Significant two-tail means that is your p-value. That is your p-value. And then don't consider all those things. Okay. Mean difference, standard error difference, lower, upper. See, when you draw the table, so t and then significant, that is p value, that is what is important. So madam is telling to explain one more time. So you are asking the entire step, right? No problem.
Yes,
Go to the analyze, go to the compare means. Okay, go to the analyze, go to the compare means independent sample t-test. Independent sample t-test means two variables, gender and the factors of quality of work life. Okay. Now give reset. That is first I am selecting gender variable. Gender variable. I am putting the gender variables under the grouping variable, and then I am defining the group. Click define group, and then group 1. This can you see? This can you view?
No, sir. The changing of options, we are not able to see, sir. Only your output window is seen.
Okay. Now you see, go to the analyze, descriptive statistics, compare means, go to the analyze, compare means, and then independent sample t-test. Go to the analyze, compare means, independent sample t-test, and then here grouping variable, gender. You give gender as the grouping variable. Click define group, okay? Group 1, group 2, 2. Give 1 for group 1, give 2 for group 2, continue, and then you have to select the factors of quality of work life. There are 4 factors: job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration in workforce, work and personal life. That's all. Okay? Give it okay. Just a moment. Can you view?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here, equal job involvement, equal variances assumed, equal variances not assumed. So it is better selecting equal variances not assumed is better one, rather than selecting equal variances assumed. You need not select the equal variances assumed. You select equal variances not assumed. So if you select means, then you may be getting the better. So you'll be getting the better accuracy in your, okay. Here t value 0.440, that you have to select, and then significant two-tailed 0.661, that is what is the p value. 0.661, that is what is the p value. Okay, you select only the factor column, and then t test column, and then p value column, significant two-tailed p value column. Only 3 columns you select. Okay, so but you select only based on the equal variances not assumed. Don't select equal variances assumed. Hope I made you clear.
So,
Okay, you see, as I told, if the p values ranges between 0.001 and 0.0010 means you have to reject the null hypothesis at 1% level of significance. If it is from 0.011 to 0.050 means you have to reject the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. But if the p values goes beyond 0.050 means you have to simply accept the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. So here, in all the cases, job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration in workforce, work and personal life, so here p values is more than 0.050, 0.661, 0.475, 0.989, 0.377. So you have to accept the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. How do you give the inference? There is no significant difference existing between the gender and the factors of quality of work life. There is no significant differences existing between the gender and the all the factors of quality of work life. This is how you have to give the inferences. Now I am showing the inference. This is how you have to give the inferences. This is the, now you can able to view the inferences.
Yes, sir. Clearly, sir.
Sir.
Yeah, very good, very good. So for the previous question we have seen, right? This is the inferential analysis of work-life data. For the previous question, this is how you have to put the table in the thesis. This is how you have to put the table in the thesis. Okay. Now you see inference for the previous question. Since p-value is less than 0.01, the null hypothesis is rejected at 1% level of significance regarding all the statement on job involvement of the employees. Hence, the opinion regarding all the statements on job involvement of the employees is not equal to the average level. Is not equal to the average level. Okay, because all are more than. Okay, so here, based on the mean score, opinion regarding all the statements on job involvement of the employees are above average level. Above average level. You see the mean. Here itself you can easily find it out. Average is only 3. Average is only 3. But 3.81 for job involvement 1, 3.67, 3.66, 3.47, 3.46. It is something above the average level. Okay. So you have to give some inference also. You have to give some reason also. Okay. So, but this reason and all, you have to cut and you have to copy and paste this reason in the findings chapter. So in finding chapter, don't write that p-value is less than 0.01, null hypothesis is rejected at 1% level of significance. All those stories and all, you need not write it in the findings chapter. In finding chapter, you have to write only the reason relating to your each and every test you have done. Okay. And then this is relating to the hypothesis 2. Okay, as I told just now, we have worked out there is no significant difference between male and female with respect to factors of quality of work life of the employees. So this is the t test for independent sample t test. Independent sample t test, that is, so if there are, that is, if two variables and then more than two variables, if you are comparing two variables with two or more variables, in such a case you have to adopt the independent sample t test. Okay, this is one of the parametric tests. Okay, now what is the difference between the, now let us finish this. Here you see, in your thesis you have to present the table like this only. Okay, in your thesis this table I have presented from the SPSS output. In your thesis you have to present the table like this only. Okay, so this is what is acceptable, this is what is the right way. Okay, t value and p value. So in this case also, p value is more than 0.050. So you have to accept the null hypothesis. There is no significant difference. Okay, there is no significant difference. You see the p value is more than 0.05. Null hypothesis is accepted at 5% level with regard to the factors of job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration, work and personal life, and overall quality of work life of the employees. Hence, there is no significant difference between male and female employees regarding the factors of job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration, work and personal life, and overall quality of work life. Like that, you have to give the interpretation. Now, based on the mean score, the male employees and female employees possess the same attitudes towards job involvement. You see, more or less same attitudes, more or less same. You have to give some reason in the thesis. That is very, very important. Why you are rejecting the null hypothesis, or why you are accepting the null hypothesis, you have to give certain reason. That reason only should have to be carried forward to the findings chapter. Okay, the male employees and female employees possess same attitude towards factors of job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration, and work and personal life. Further reason you can add. If you sit and think, means you may be adding further reasons also. Okay. Anyhow, I'll be posting everything in your group today. So it will be highly helpful for you. So already it is 7:45. Shall we see one more test or shall we wind up with this? Yes, sir. Shall we see one more test or shall we wind up with this?
Dr. Satya,
Yes, sir.
being late evening, I don't think so. They are not answering means probably we can have one more session on that, one more test. I feel so.
Sure, sure,
If
sure.
anyone is interested, we can continue.
So I need a reply in the chat box. Regression. As of now, regression is not covered in our syllabus. As far as regression is not. Okay. Regression is not covered in our syllabus. Parametric test and non-parametric test. Okay, fine. Okay. Let us continue then. Fine. No problem. So here, now, what is the next question? Am I sharing the questionnaire? Questionnaire is viewable?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, test whether significant difference among age group with regard to factors of quality of work life. Test whether significant difference among age group with regard to the factors. So this is the bivariate variable. Bivariate variable. Age group means it does not stop with two variables. More than two variables. If more than two variables, 3, 4, 5 means then you have to use the ANOVA test. One-way analysis of variance. So age group means up to 30, 30 to 40, okay, 40 to 50 and above 50, 4 variables are there. Factors of quality of work life, 4 variables. So in such a case, you can use one-way analysis of variance, ANOVA test for this. That is also one of the non-parametric tests you can adopt. Now, go to the analyze, okay, go to the compare, no, just a moment, I will, yeah, go to the analyze, go to the compare means. Now is it viewable?
Yes, sir.
Go to the analyze, go to the compare means, go to the one-way ANOVA. So all of you make a note. Step, go to the analyze. From analyze, go to the compare means. From compare means, go to the one-way ANOVA. Click one-way ANOVA. Okay. There are two factors. One is the dependent factor. The other one is the independent factor. So here you have to consider age group as the independent factor, and then you have to consider the quality of work life group as the dependent factor. So you consider age group as the independent factor. Okay, age in years, independent factor. Dependent factor here is job involvement, job satisfaction, social integration in workforce, work and personal life, and overall quality of work life. Overall quality of work life. Now, so we can also use post-hoc test with ANOVA, but today I am not using the post-hoc test, but I'll be using the post-hoc test in the one more session also. Okay, in upcoming sessions, I'll be doing many sessions like this. I'll be using the post-hoc test in that. So now I am going to do the simple one-way ANOVA only. Just give it okay. Just give it okay. That's all. This is your output. Can you able to view your output now? Just a moment. Yeah. Can you able to view your output?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the output. So between groups, within groups, between the column, within the column. Okay. In a one-way ANOVA, don't give sum of squares, degrees of freedom and all, not essential. So unnecessary questions will be asked in the Viva OC examination. If you give sum of square, degrees of freedom, mean square, see, in ANOVA, job involvement, and then within and all, it's not at all essential. Okay. Let the job involvement will be the first column, F will be the second column. So this is significant. 0.009 will be the third column. Now, here you see the inference. Can you able to view the inference? Yes. Hypothesis 3. There is no significant difference among age group with respect to the factors of quality of work life of the employees. ANOVA found significant difference among age group with respect to the factors of quality of work life of the employees. Can you view, madam? Can you view, sir?
Yes, sir. Views.
Yeah. So factors of quality of work life, that is the first column you take, and then age group in years up to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and above 50. All these columns you have to take. F value you have to take, which is from the SPSS, and then P value, that is also from SPSS, you have to take. You see job involvement. So there is a significant difference between, you are rejecting the null hypothesis at 1% level of significance, 0.009 job involvement. So there is a significant difference between the job involvement and age group with respect to the factors of quality of work life. So now those who are in the low age group, they may be highly motivated enough to contribute more to the organization. Those who are highly experienced or those who are more than 50, they may be feeling monotony and boredom in working towards the organization. So that also may be the reason. But you have to think and then you have to give the correct reason in your thesis. Okay. Job satisfaction 0.020. There is a significant difference between the job satisfaction and age group. Okay. Social, there is no significant difference between social integration and age group, 0.228. That is greater than 0.050 means you have to accept the null hypothesis. There is no significant difference. Work and personal life, that is 0.002. You have to reject the null hypothesis at 1% level of significance. Here I have denoted, you see. So double star denotes significant at 1% level, single star denotes significant at 5% level. Okay. This is relating to Duncan multiple range test that we will be seeing in one more session. Now, this is relating to ANOVA. This is relating to ANOVA. Since p value is less than 0.05, null hypothesis rejected at 5% level with regard to factors of job satisfaction of employees. Hence, there is a significant difference among age groups in years of employees with regard to the factors of staying intention. You see, there is no significant difference among age group in years of employees with regard to the factors of social integration in workforce, since p value is greater than 0.05. But there is no significant difference among the age group and social integration. So p value is greater than 0.05. So you have, if you think, you may be arriving at certain solution, that you can give it as a reason, that you can add it as a reason. Okay. Hope I made you clear. Now, shall we do one chi-square test? Chi-square test. Very good. So here, okay. Question number, can you view the question? Test whether the level of quality of work life of employees are moderate level, as the name itself suggests that level of quality of work life of the employees. Levels in the sense categorical variable, nominal, chi-square analysis, chi-square analysis. Hope I made you clear. So here chi-square analysis, you have to chi-square for goodness of fit, you have to adopt. Chi-square for goodness of fit, you have to adopt. Now analyze, go to the analyze, and then go to the analyze, select non-parametric test, and then in that select legacy dialog. Go to the analyze, select non-parametric test. In that you have to select legacy dialogues. So from legacy dialogues to chi-square test. Now select what you want to test. Test variable list, levels of quality of work life. You have to select, and then just give it okay. That's all. Okay. So this is what chi-square 15.880 degrees of freedom 2. So here asymptotic significant value. Just a moment. This is the output screen. Can you view the output screen? Chi-square 15.880 degrees of freedom 2, asymptotic significant value 0.000. That is lesser than 0.001. Like that you have to write. So here there is a significant difference between the there is a significant difference. So here now the question arises. This is the question. Test whether level of quality of work life of employees are moderate level, not moderate level. It is not moderate level. So because you are rejecting the null hypothesis, right? It is not on the basis of the moderate level. Okay, like that is what is the inference you have to do. You see the inference. Since p-value is less than 0.001, the null hypothesis is rejected at 1% level of significance and concluded that level of quality of work life of employees are not equally distributed. Okay, this one chi-square test we have seen. With this, shall we wind up the session? If you have any question, you can clarify with me right now.
Thank you, sir, for a valuable and profound session. I now invite the participants for a Q&A session. Please feel free to type them in the chat box. Sir, we have a question.
Yeah.
How do we determine the best statistical tool for a given data set?
So, best suitable statistical tool. That is actually a suitable statistical tool. It depends upon the whether the data is a qualitative data or quantitative data. It depends upon the type of data. If it is the qualitative data, you will be adopting the nominal. If it is the quantitative data, you will be adopting the that is parametric test. So parametric test means quantitative data, non-parametric test means qualitative data.
Thank you, sir. There is also one more question. How does inferential statistics differ from descriptive statistics?
Very good question. I am very much interested to answer this question. So descriptive statistics includes mean, standard deviation, skewness, kurtosis. So whereas inferential statistics includes all the statistical tests. In the case of descriptive statistics, statistical tools need not be used. Only in the case of inferential statistics, statistical tools can be used. This is what is the differences between the descriptive statistics and the inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics means describing about the population is what is called as descriptive statistics. Inferential statistics means giving the inference, proper inference based on the hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing is applicable only in the case of inferential statistics. But for descriptive statistics, hypothesis testing is not at all needed.
Thank you, sir. One more question, sir. How can a faculty stay updated with the latest trend in statistical and computational data analysis?
So here, there are many. See here, whatever today I have discussed with you is a very, very fundamental and basic concept. So in SPSS, if you take, so it is from the MS-DOS version from the year 1980. Today we are in 2024. We are using SPSS version 32 today, version 32 today. So if I am not wrong, so here you have to learn ANOVA, analysis of variance, MANOVA. So if it is the multiple variable twins, you can use the MANOVA test. So likewise, you have to update yourself more and more and more and more in using the statistical tools. So then only you can produce more quality oriented papers.
So there is also one more question. What are some common mistakes people make when interpreting statistical data?
Well, yeah, common mistake what people will be making here is differences between the rejecting and accepting the null hypothesis. That is the common mistake people used to make. That is the first common mistake. That is comparison in the case of p-value. That is the main common mistake they will be making.
Okay, so thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Loganathan, Assistant Professor, Department of General, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. It is my privilege and honor to deliver the vote of thanks on this special occasion for our faculty development program. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. R.SATHYANARAYANAN, for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us today. Your thought-provoking session has truly enriched our knowledge and provided with us a new perspectives that will greatly benefit our teaching and research growth. I would also like to express my deep appreciation to our Honorable Secretary A.V.M. Shanmugam for their guidance and commitment in ensuring the seamless execution of this program. Your support has been instrumental in making this event a success. A sincere thanks to our respected Principal Dr. N. Bhuma for their unwavering support and leadership in making this program reality. Your encouragement and vision continue to inspire us to strive for excellence in education. A big thanks to the organizing team, technical support staff, and everyone who worked behind the scenes to facilitate this visual event smoothly. Your dedication and teamwork are truly commendable. Finally, I extend my gratitude to all the participants for your involvement. Your active engagement has made this session more meaningful and productive. Once again, thank you all, and we look forward to many more such enlightening sessions in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank
So
you.
I'll be sharing the materials in the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It was a wonderful session, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Really, the basic concepts you have covered all the statistical methods. Even data science students, it is a very useful material, sir.
Obviously,
Thank you
obviously.
for,
Planning to
thank you
conduct
for,
one workshop I am planning to conduct. So thereby I will be going somewhat slowly in the workshop so that everybody can easily understand.
yeah, because they don't have a much knowledge in statistical and hypothesis test, all these things, but you have explained very simply and very neatly. Thank you, sir.
You are always welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your excellent presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now shall I leave the meet?
Yes, sir, we can conclude.